Hi all, welcome to grade 8 science teleclass. I am Arun Das, physics teacher, Mulak School. Today we are going to discuss the topic physical quantities, units and measurements. Our learning outcome is measure a variety of lengths with appropriate accuracy using taps, rulers, vernier calipers and micrometer screw gauge. Indicators: measures lengths using taps and rulers. Discuss the use of vernier calipers as a precision instrument. Our learning intention is we will be able to measure lengths using taps and rulers. Use of vernier calipers as a precision instrument. Success criteria: I will be successful if I able to measure lengths using taps, rulers and vernier caliper as a precision instrument. These are the measuring instruments we are going to discuss today, and these are the sets of rules. These are measuring tape and this one is the vernier caliper. Now we discuss the different types of rules, and we see the rule that we use in the laboratory purpose, that is a meter rule. The GC examination and all, they mention that one is rule. If it is a rule, means it is not a 15 centimeter or 15 centimeter or 30 centimeter. A rule means it is a standard rule and it consists of 100 centimeter or it's a meter rule it is. And now we are going to check the least count. The term least count means the minimum value or the smallest value that can be measured with the help of the instrument. It is not only for the rule and the least count for all the measuring instrument. To check that one, and here we can see that this one is how many divisions are there. Here it is a first value or the big line, the values mentioned there, that one is 1 centimeter, and how many divisions are there, and here we can see that 10 divisions are there. Okay, so 1 divided by the first value, that is 1 centimeter divided by 10, that is the least count of this instrument. That means 1 divided by 10, that is 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter is the least count of this instrument. We can go through some of the measuring techniques with the help of the ruler. This one is a wooden block. We can check how to measure the length of the wooden block. So you all are very familiar with how to take the reading, and 0 should be at the end or the edge of this one, kept it there, and the next value, that is the next edge, the value is 9.2. so 9.2 is the length of this wooden block. Next one, this one is a tennis ball. How to find the circumference of this ball? We know that one. Circumference means the outer length of this ball. So we know that one. It is very difficult to measure the circumference of a ball using a meter rule. So for that purpose, what we are doing means we need a toy like this, a thread, and keep the thread like this, hold it properly, and take a marker, mark a point there. So we can see that these are 2 points there. With the help of the ruler, we can easily measure the circumference of the ball. Here we can see that this one is 20.5. So the circumference of this ball is 20.5 centimeter. I hope you understand how to measure the circumference of the ball using a meter rule. Next one, this one is a sphere. How to measure the diameter? So we know that one diameter means is the straight distance from one point to another. How to measure the diameter? Here also it's very difficult to find the diameter using a scale. For that purpose, what we have to do means take 2 wooden blocks like this, keep the wooden blocks and keep the sphere in between and measure the diameter, keep it properly without any error. We can measure it it is 2.5 centimeter. So the diameter of this sphere is 2.5 centimeter. So these are the different measuring techniques we can use it to, or we can apply to measure the circumference and diameter of a sphere. Okay, let's discuss another situation. This one is the same meter rule. Consider the meter rule is broken. Then how to take the reading? So this one is a broken rule. Here the first value is mentioned there, that one is 48.5, and the final value, that one is 100 centimeter. So how to take the reading with the help of a broken rule? This one is a wooden block, and now we are going to measure the width of this one. Easy to take the reading. The first round of value I kept it in the first point, so that means 50 here, and the next edge, that one is 57.4 centimeter. The first value is 50 and the second value is 57.4. To get the reading, what we have to do means, the second value we have to subtract from the first value, that is 57.4 minus 50, that is 7.4 centimeter is the width of this block. So I hope you all understand the topics, how to measure or how to use the meter rule in different situations. Our next instrument is measuring tape. I have three different types of tapes are here, and this one is 1.5 meter length tape, and this one is 50 meter length, and this one is 3 meter length. You can easily understand the difference between a meter rule and a measuring tape. So what is the difference between these two? We know that one meter rule is not that much flexible. Here we can see that it is made up of plastic ribbon, so it is very flexible. And the length itself, we know that one meter rule means it's 100 centimeter, and the measuring tape is more than 100 centimeter. This one is a 1.5 meter tape. Here also we can see that this one also very flexible one, and the length is 50 meter. The third one is a 3 meter tape, and this one also flexible one, and it is made up of metal strip. Just now we observed the difference between a measuring tape and the meter rule, and if we have the measuring tape, we can easily find the circumference of a ball. Before, how we do that one, do you remember? With the help of the toy, we find the circumference. If we have a measuring tape, we no need of any toy. Here this one is the circumference of the ball, 20.5. Now we can see 3 meter tape. This one is a 3 meter tape. The reading on this tape is marked on a metal strip. Even it is flexible, but not as flexible as the tape we seen before, because the tape we seen before are made up of ribbon of plastic, but this is metal strip, and that makes the difference. We can pull it out manually, and reverse pull of the tape is done by spring inside the tape. Now we can watch some of the uses of this 3 meter tape. First, we can check the least count of this 3 meter tape. The markings are similar to meter rule. That means in each 1 centimeter 10 divisions are there. So least count equals 1 centimeter divided by 10 division equals 0.1 centimeter. Now we are going to measure the breadth of a concrete pillar by locking the hook at one end and pulling to the next end of the pillar. And now you are seeing the reading 33 centimeter. Let's watch one more measurement. We are measuring the width of the footstep using the same tape, and we recorded the reading 2.41 meter. This one is a 50 meter tape, and here also it is a flexible plastic ribbon, and the readings are mentioned here, and the maximum length or the distance we can measure with the help of this instrument is 50 meter. That means we can measure the length of a football ground, we can measure the dimension of our classroom or a table or anything else. Now we can watch one of the use of it. This is the 50-meter tape. The reading starts from the beginning of the hook. The first 8 centimeter marking is hidden under the buckle of the hook. To measure the least count, consider any two adjacent reading. Here I consider the first value is 10 centimeter and near to 10 centimeter is 1 and it is 11 centimeter. The number of divisions in between 10th and 11th are 5 division. So the least count equals 1 centimeter divided by 5 division equals 0.2 centimeter. That means the smallest reading we can take with the help of this measuring tape is 0.2 centimeter. Now we are going to measure the distance between two posts of a netball court. To measure that, I fix the start end of the tape with the help of a nail on the ground and take the tape all the way to the post 2. Then make a mark at the post 2 and keep the tape there. Make sure that there is no bend or obstacle on the ground. The red value written on the ribbon is 30 meter. After that, the small value written with black color is 47 centimeter. So the length between these two posts is 30.47 meter. After the use, manually wind the tape by using rolling lever. Now we discuss how to use the measuring tape, then meter rule and the different measuring techniques. Let's have some practice questions from these topics. All of you take a notebook and ready to write the answers. First question. Nihan wants to measure the length of different things. Or he has a rule and a tape. Can you help him to select suitable instrument for getting accurate measurements? A. Determines the length of a pen. B. Length of the football ground. C. Determines the circumference of a golf ball. I'll give you 30 seconds. You have to just think and write the answers. Okay, now we can go through the answers. First one, determine the length of a pen. We know that one, the length of the pen is less than 100 centimeter. So that's why we have to use the rule. B, length of a football ground. The length of the football ground is more than 100 centimeter. So we have to use a measuring tape. C. Determine the circumference of a golf ball. Here, this one is a different situation. It is less than 100 centimeter. But we know that one, the meter rule is not a flexible one. That's why we have to use a measuring tape. The diagram shows two identical spheres placed beside a ruler. What is the diameter of one sphere? Here we can see that the reading is mentioned in millimeter and two spheres also shown there. I'll give you 30 seconds. You have to find the answer and write it in your notebook. Okay, now we can go through the answer. The first marking on the diagram is 4 millimeter, and the second marking, that one is 20 millimeter. So what you have to do means 20 minus 4, so 16 millimeter is the diameter of two balls. To get the diameter of one ball, we have to divide it by 2. So 8 millimeter is the answer. Define least count. The smallest value that can be measured by the measuring instrument is called its least count. Okay, our next indicator is discuss the use of vernier caliper as a precision instrument. A correct measurement is always accurate and precise. The two important terms are the accuracy and precision. Accuracy means the measurement which is close to the true value, and the precision is the how repeatable the value is. That means if we repeat the value 2 or 3 times, the same value we will get. That is precision. The accuracy and precision can further be improved with the correct method of reading by taking necessary precaution while taking readings, by repeating the measurement under similar conditions. This is vernier caliper. This instrument is used to measure the accurate reading of internal diameter, external diameter and depth. This one is the fixed main scale, and this is the sliding vernier scale. The main parts of the vernier scale is, this is outside jaw, this is inside jaw, this one is the tail end, and this one is the main scale reading, and this one is the vernier scale. The minimum reading we can take with the help of this instrument or the least count is 0.01 centimeter. To take the reading, there is an equation. MSR means the main scale reading plus VSR. VSR means the vernier scale reading multiplied with the least count. Least count is 0.01. So that is the equation. Now we are going to measure the internal diameter, external diameter and depth of this measuring cylinder using the vernier caliper. First we can go through the external diameter of this measuring cylinder. Open the outside jaw and keep the measuring cylinder in between, tighten it, then tighten the screw clamp. Once we tighten the screw clamp, the readings will not change. So which value is shown here? That one is 4.1 centimeter, that is in the main scale reading. Okay, and for the vernier scale reading we have to find the best coincidence value. The best coincidence value here it is 4, or the fourth division it is. So the reading equals, the equation is MSR plus VSR into LC. So substitute the values there, 4.1 plus 4 into 0.01. So 4.14 centimeter is the external diameter of this measuring cylinder. Next we can go through the internal length or internal diameter of this measuring cylinder. For that purpose we have to use the inside jaw. This one is the inside jaw, and keep the inside jaw like this, tighten the screw clamp, Here the MSR reading is 3.8, and the Vernier scale reading we had to take the best coincidence value. So the VSR value is 5. The same equation we can use, reading equals MSR plus VSR into LC. So the MSR reading is 3.8 and the VSR is 5. Substitute the values there, 3.8 plus 5 into 0.01, that equals 3.85 is the internal diameter of this measuring cylinder. Next we can check the depth of this one. To measure the depth we are using the tail part. So keep the tail like this, then tighten the screw clamp, then take the readings. The main scale reading, here it is 5.7 centimeter, and VSR we have to find the best coincidence value. The best coincidence value here I got that one is 2, or the second division it is. So the equation is MSR plus VSR into LC. Substitute the values there, 5.7 into 2 into 0.01. The answer is 5.72 centimeter is the depth of this measuring cylinder. While we discuss the first indicator, we measure the diameter of this bob. We measure the diameter of the bob with the help of the meter rule. The same bob it is, we are going to measure the diameter with the help of the vernier caliper. We can see the difference. To measure the diameter, keep the open the outside jaw and keep the bob in between and tighten it. We can see what is the vernier scale reading there and the main scale reading. The main scale reading here it is 2.5 centimeter, and the vernier scale it is, or the best coincidence is the 5th division. So the equation is MSR plus VSR into LC. So 2.5 plus 5 into 0.01, that is 2.55 centimeter. Now we have the reading with the help of the meter rule and the reading with the vernier caliper. We can see the difference. With the help of the meter rule, we got that the diameter of this bob is 2.5 centimeter. With the help of the vernier caliper, that one is 2.55 centimeter. That means it is more accurate than the meter rule reading. So that's why it is called a precision instrument or an accurate instrument. Now we can go through some of the practice questions. The first question is, for each question I'll give 30 seconds. You have to think and write the answer in your notebook. The first question is, which instrument is most easily used to measure the internal diameter of a pipe? Okay, answer is vernier caliper. Second question, a plumber measures as accurately as possible the length and internal diameter of a straight copper pipe. The length is approximately 80 centimeter and the internal diameter is approximately 2 centimeter. What is the best combination of the instrument for the plumber to use? Four options are there. Okay, C is the answer. For internal diameter vernier caliper and the length is less than 100 centimeters, so we can use rule. What are the uses of vernier caliper? A vernier caliper is used to accurately measure the internal length, external length and depth. I hope you all understand the different measuring instruments and how to take the readings with the help of that one. Thank you for listening. Good luck.